This is Fresh Source TV, and I am here with you, uh, and we are going to take a look at who Kanika Martin is. Recently, there have been some discussions about who Kanika Jenkins is and who Kanika Martin is. So, hopefully, this video will clear up for the confused people that Kanika Martin is, in fact, Kanika Jenkins. I am on the Facebook page of Remembering Kanika Martin. What I want to go through with you guys in particular are the photographs that's posted on this page because these photographs are some of the photographs being used to distinguish who is Kanika Martin and who is Kanika Jenkins. But in fact, most of us know that Kanika Jenkins is Kanika Martin. So let's take a look at these photographs, guys. So on the first photograph right here, we see Kanika Jenkins. This is the last photograph that we know that she took and was placed on a social media account. So let's just go ahead on and take a look at the little video clip. But before we do that, I want you guys to pay attention to Kanika's lips, okay? Because that has been a focus of the discussion and a distinguishing factor between the two girls known as Kanika Jenkins and Kanika Martin. They are using her lips to identify her. In this video, I am going to show you that Kanika Jenkins is, in fact, Kanika Martin using her lips. So let's go ahead on and take a look at this little clip right here. Now, as you see, she is doing a live. And when we do a live, there is something on that live that is called a filter. Okay, guys? We can click on that filter, and that filter will make some changes
Yeah.
automatically to our appearance. And in this photograph, what that filter did for Kanika was slim her face down a bit. As you can see, her lips are puckered up. And we know that, especially women, we know that we use different tactics to make our lips look a certain way when we're taking our photographs. A lot of men don't know that, but we know that. If we want to make our lips look fuller, we'll do the pucker up bid that she's doing right here. And in this case, when she puckers up because her lips are naturally thick and full, it gives her mouth the illusion that she has heart-shaped lips. Okay? Take a good look at that. Take a good look at what's happening as she puckers her lip outward. Okay? That's the little fishy poo pucker up lip that we do. Women do that. Okay? I've done it many times in my photographs, so I know exactly what it is. And if you pay close attention to what that filter has done to Kanika's face, it has trimmed down her jawline and made her face look longer and slimmer. Okay, now let's get on to the next photograph, which is also being used to distinguish if Kanika Martin is Kanika Jenkins. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just want you guys to take a look at her
So,
lips.
I wiggy wig. That's how she style. Show is how she be sold.
so, we got shit to talk about. Hold on, wait till our bruise come. Wait till our bruise come. Wait till our motherfucking bruise come. Cause I'm finna bug up personally for
My laugh don't
soon my
sound
bruise
right.
come. Cause I don't play like that. Fuck, it's not that.
I'm going to stop it right here. As you can see, as she closes her mouth, we can see that her lip that bottom lip in particular begins to pucker up, okay? Now, for the next part, I want you to pay attention to the top lip, and that would be right here. And when we get to the middle portion of the lip, well, we have that little flat part, and it's kind of like a V shape in the lip. You know what I'm talking about, right above your two
We'll
top
be
teeth,
fucking with it.
okay? Right under the nose. We can see that that is a defined area on Kanika's lips, and whatever photograph we go to, we are going to see that, okay?
Express
Gotta get a little
yourself.
close.
What's on your mind?
Down
Okay.
below.
The nigga was on your mind.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, you can see this, okay? Now, right here, we can see that she has a little dimple on the side. And that is something else that I want to point out because in a lot of her photographs, we don't see the dimple. But that's a reason for not seeing that dimple, okay? In the photograph where Kanika is smiling, we see her dimples. But when she is posing for a photograph and she is stoic, we do not see the dimple. And that's simply because she's not smiling, guys.
Hey, look.
I got shit to your live. Come on,
It
join.
ain't bleeding no more.
Oh,
Also,
it's a lot of blood on that. No, that like.
okay, let me get this back because let me go back just a little bit. I want you guys to pay attention to the side view of her.
We'll be fucking with it. Express
Gotta get a little
yourself.
close.
What's on your mind? Okay. The nigga was on your mind.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look.
I got shit to your live. Come on, join.
It ain't bleeding no more.
Now, if you guys notice, she does a lot of different motions with her lips, okay? And with doing that, because she has full lips, it could make her face look different in some ways, okay? Now, this is a perfect example, okay? This is a good shot because in this shot, this side view of Kanika Jenkins, um, one of the photographs that's being used to say that that is not her is the one where she is at the hotel and she is clothed in the blue jean outfit. It's a side view of her walking down the hall. Um, Now, pay, pay attention to her forehead, her nose, her lips, and even her chin. Her complete silhouette right here. Okay, this is a perfect picture. Okay. In fact, I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to do it with my phone so I can have it on my phone. It's going to look grainy because I'm doing it with my phone, but I just want the silhouette of her face, side view. Okay. So when looking at this side view, when you guys look at the photograph or the video of Kanika Jenkins walking down the hall, or any images of people of Kanika Jenkins that people have put out, you will know that the person who is clothed in the blue jean outfit is in fact Kanika Jenkins, because now you have a photograph to compare her to. Okay, so let's get on to another one.
Oh, it's a lot of blood on that. No, that like.
No, it got smoke.
Okay, let's go to this one.
So,
I win, win.
That appears to be the same one. Let's try this one.
now I'm you talking in it. Gotta prove it, and I will lose. If she let me touch it,
Why
I
did you
probably
sing
will
it?
lose it. Man, that nigga crazy. Got shut the door for me, baby.
Okay. So just exploring the different shapes, the different things that she does with her mouth that could cause her to look like another person on the images that are being displayed and shared with over YouTube. Okay, right here, we don't see that indentation on her lip because of the way she has her mouth fixed. Okay,
I was asleep on the
Close the door
video.
for me, baby.
It's like I was asleep because they thought I was
there we go. She often does this with her lips. Okay, and so it makes her lips look a little smaller, but fuller and coming outward. Okay, and so we don't, and even in her death photographs. Okay, when they see her lips look a little different because her lips are full. So when they got her to the funeral home, and the funeral home had to prepare her body, 9 times out of 10, they either glued her lips together or they sewed them together. Now, from personal experience, um, I would say that her lips were sewn together. And that's why it looks a little flat at the top and it's not as full as what we usually see. We have to keep in mind there was no life in her at the funeral home. Okay? She had been embalmed and she had been prepared. So, of course, her body at the funeral home is not going to look the same. And there were factors involving the reason why she looks so different in death that she did in life. And one of the main issues is that KENNEKA Jenkins' body stayed, she was autopsied twice, and her body was stayed a long time without being embalmed. Okay, so there were some natural things happening to the body. Even though it was being kept cool, there was still some decompositioning happening to the body. And keep in mind, there is no blood in the body. So, no blood in the body makes the body appear to be a little darker. Factoring in whoever prepared her body and the amount of the mixture used, the embalming fluid used, if they did not mix the right colors together to get try to get her back to her normal look, they could have caused her to look even more darker than she really was. Okay, that's a fact. Go look it up if you don't believe me. If you a person, if the person embalming someone's body makes the chemical composition with the embalming fluid and the other solution, if they do not get uh, those that composition correct, the right amount of embalming fluid, to the right part of the coloring that goes in to the embalming fluid before preparing a body, it can cause a person to either look darker or even lighter than they actually are in real life. But in Kanika's case, because she said she was not embalmed for quite some time, her skin coloring had already began to darken because of a natural process. See, she does all of these little tricks with her mouth.
What's the to say? Damn,
Okay.
I did not
And
know they
for
had
some
that long in
people,
your head.
No.
that could cause them to look at her and say, oh, well, she may be another person, when in fact it is Kanika Jenkins. Okay. And right here we have a person who hasn't been drinking. You can tell that she's sober in every way. So we get a chance to look at her in her
I
natural
laid that
element
lick in the
of
dirt.
life.
Yeah.
Being. Okay. So pay attention to right here. She has her mouth open. We can see that she has a sharp tooth right in the front. Okay. So when they say her tooth was knocked out, no, her tooth was not knocked out. She just has a sharp tooth. Okay. She might have chipped that tooth. We don't know. But in reality, we clearly see that Kanika Jenkins had a sharp tooth. Look at the structure of her eyes. Okay. Look at that. Okay. So this is she's not drinking right here. Okay. And we know things happen to the body, and things happen to you when you're on any kind of substance. It kind of makes you look different than you normally do. So all of those things play into um, what we see on the footage as it relates to Kanika Jenkins. Keep that in mind, guys.
Yo, 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 yo. Say yo.
Oh,
Look at the pregnant girl. Oh, you let that nigga trap you. You gonna pop off all 2016.
I think the
Ah.
best time to be pregnant. Ah! I think the best time to be pregnant is the winter time though.
Mm-mm. Cause what about the Lele? You gonna grow out of the coat?
Man, that motherfucker fit. I just can't zip it up. And I put on another jacket. I can't believe I didn't hit my feet.
What about Latin?
Sorry, it was duck leg. I done, ooh, my feet hurt.
My stomach.
I still want to know what picture. I bet Birdie talking about that picture I showed you though.
Bonil.
That lady got though.
Let's see her eyes, guys. Her nose, the shape of her nose, her eyebrows, and all that. Pay attention to all that. Okay, something happened. I'm not online anymore. I am not online anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this video right here, and uh, remember, Kanika Jenkins is in fact Kanika Morton. I'm gonna play that one more time. This video right here, I don't know. Every time I see this video, I just get so sad. Kennika was a beautiful young lady. I'm so sorry that she lost her life the way she did. You guys have a wonderful evening. Good night.